Astamir, over to you. Let's let this audience experience the next.
Thank you very much again. Nice to see all of you guys. Thanks for joining. Hopefully you will see a lot of interesting things here. And what I want to start with is that I would say the most important for African region features, as well as, well, what is most important, I would say, is that we have a free version update, free technical support, and no maintenance fees. So there is no chance that you, for example, order software today, for example, and in 2 weeks' time, because we're not charging you for updates, we're not giving you support. We do, and our support is lifetime. And most popular question here is, how then you making money if you not charge people on a monthly or yearly basis? Because people trust us. We do provide our support, and they bring us new business, new sites, additional cameras, additional analytics. That's how we do the business. Then I would like to also answer another most popular question, is about, okay, if I've got existing system, if I've got existing environment or existing NVR or existing software, can I still use Axon, or I have to like completely remove my existing system? No, you don't have to. You can use your existing NVR, you can use your existing camera, you can use your existing software. Even as you see, more than 10,000 different devices already integrated into AxxonSoft. If it's not integrated, you can still use one of the standard universal protocols like OnVIF or RTSP, for example, in order to get the stream. And another very popular question is about, can we connect a lot of branches in one single control room, for example, or in the HQ? Sure, we can. Do we have to pay for the license for the clients, for administrator? No, you don't have to. So once you buy a camera license, for example, you can have unlimited number of users who can monitor it and who can workstations, let's say, who can view it or who can edit it as well. How our interface actually looks like, you can see here. It's very actually user-friendly interface. We know it's very important for African region to create something very user-friendly. You see here, you can export the video in AVI format, you can export the PDF, you can open it, play it. If you want to use the video as an evidence, for example, the court, you can export it in an exe file, and you can only open it with the specific Axon player, and you see it's watermarked, genuine Axon video, so you cannot manipulate it or change it or do something with that. You see, you can move out, edit, layout as you wish. You can add system health board, you can add your event board in order to see all events simultaneously on the same screen. You can see how your CPU is running smooth. You can have a web board as well here, where you can, even without leaving Axon, you can Google something. You can have a map as well, and you can connect some third-party application without leaving AxxonSoft web interface. Okay, video wall management here. Also, you can see that you can connect as many screens to your computer as your hardware allows you. So if you have a video card, for example, with 4 HDMI cables, you can connect 4 screens into one single PC, and then you can manage them as you want. One can be just a black screen monitoring with the alarms. One can be for your system health board. One can be for just for your cameras, and one can be for your map or something like that, as you wish. We don't have the limitations there. Okay, as you see on that previous videos, there are quite a lot of cameras running on the single PC. In order to achieve that, we're trying to set up a partnership with different brands like NVIDIA, Intel. So this one specifically, OpenVINO toolkits. You know that AI and analytics right now, they taking a lot of resources of the hardware. And in order to, do the AI acceleration, we did some integrations with our partners from Intel, with our partners from NVIDIA, which basically is saying, without too much technical stuff, which allows you to connect more cameras to the single server, to connect more, to use more AI cameras, or to view more cameras. To view more cameras, we are using GPU resources utilization. That helps you to offload the server CPU when you apply server-side video analytics. From the client side, you can see how it works here on the real example. So on the left, you can see the videos running without GPU acceleration, and look at the CPU, it's around 85%. Here on the right, you can see video with GPU acceleration, and it's running a 30% CPU. Basically saying what allows you to connect more cameras to the single computer, to the single server. Okay, a web client. A lot of clients, a lot of partners, they were asking us to add more features to our web interface. Some people, they don't want to install Axon, for example. They just want to use the web browser. Also possible. So this is your web browser. Here you can add layouts. You can edit them as you wish. Change the name of the layout. You can see alarms here as well on the web. You can go to the search, and you can now do forensic search in our web. As you see, it's line crossing forensic search. All the people crossing that line, you can see them on the picture, on the video. You can also search by heat map in the web as well. You can do number plate search as well on the web. And many more features, you can find them here. Okay, image dewarping. You know, a lot of people, a lot of customers, they've got fisheye cameras, and what we can do here, we can basically dewarp the camera view for 9 different angles, and you can view 9 different angles having 1 cameras and having 1 license with Axon. So you don't have to buy 9 cameras, you can see them all in one. Okay, frame merge. Also, it's been quite a few tenders where customers were requesting us this feature. So we can basically merge frames from 3 cameras or 4 cameras, or how many cameras you wish actually, and see them as 1 camera, basically like this. Also quite nice feature. You can zoom in and nicely see what's happening. So as you see, the user interface is very friendly, so you don't have to have actually a technical knowledge to understand it, and any operator in the control room can understand it. Storyboard, so you can export videos from multiple cameras to a single video file. So we also are getting quite a lot of requests from African region. So for example, for, you know, if crime happens, so you want to see the same cameras, the same time, different cameras, same time, you want to see where the person was, where was another guy at the same time. So you want to export them into 1 single video clip. Now it can also be done. Okay. Tag and track. We have 2 different versions of tag and track. One is tag and track Lite, when you have a normal bullet cameras, you see the camera track the person, and now the angle of the camera is going to finish, and now another camera is going to pick it up, and you see it's going to show you where he's walking. Now the angle of this camera is going to finish as well, and now another camera is going to pick it up, and you see it's automatically, so that you don't have to click on that map, you don't have to click on the camera, it's automatically pick him up. If you've got PTZ camera and bullet camera, it can be done with these 2 cameras. So basically, one bullet camera tag person, and then PTZ camera track him where he's going, and automatically moves Okay. Links between cameras. Well, basically saying you've got a layout, and without leaving AxxonSoft layout, without searching for cameras, you can create a link between one camera and another camera, and you just click on that link, and you will automatically be transferred to that camera you set it up. Okay, let's move forward. Interactive 3D map. Some of you saw it, but I can proudly say that I love this feature because it's, again, very user friendly. You can add all your cameras in your map. You can click on the map and you can nicely see in the 3D where actually the camera is. Well, it's 4 cameras. You don't really see it, but when you have a site with hundreds of cameras, you don't know where is the camera located. So you can basically click on it and you see, okay, it's room number 337. Okay, this camera at room number 445, for example. So also, when the alarm triggers, it's automatically pop up. So you don't have to sit for 24 hours and search for all these cameras, look, sleep. No, it's gonna trigger an alarm and it's gonna pop up to your screen. Okay, facial recognition. Some of you knows we only had facial recognition before in our PSIM platform. Now we have a very powerful facial recognition in our VMS as well. So you can create a list of people, choose a similarity. You can upload all of them. As you see, it's in our axonnet.com. So you change the name, male, age, departments, and all of this. So you can add as many as you want. You can add them to different lists, to restrict access, to allow access, for example. As you see, it's also quite user-friendly. Now this girl is coming, Diana is coming, and it triggers an alarm. Face is recognized for 92%. And as you saw, the camera is quite bad there, but it still recognizes for 92%. The same story with number plate recognition. So the car is coming, number plate is detected, plate is recognized. You got a notification on your mobile app, you got a notification on your email, you've got an alarms in your control room, you've got an SMS, you've got a SIP call, you've got whatever you want to do actually. If you want to call police, it can also be set it up. So anything you want, any action. Okay. Face and license plate search. So basically these 2 features, they are included in our basic Axon Next Universe license. So you don't have to buy any extras. So as you see, you upload the face and the system shows you when this woman was passing that camera, and the accuracy is 77%. You choose that guy, you click search, and the system shows you, okay, this guy for 88%, and you see he's not even looking at the camera. Okay. Same with number plates. Again, the number plate search is included in our Axon Next Universe license. So you type the number plate and it tells you, okay, this is the camera, that's the video, that's the number plate. You can always export it. You can save it in PDF or in any format you wish. Okay, moment quest. In another word, forensic search. When you need to search for some incident, for example, offline. So you choose the time interval, you choose the line, for example, you choose a direction, you click search, and it shows you all cars and people who crossed that line. As you see, it's so quick because we are not searching for videos, we are searching for metadata. In another word, metadata is just the symbols, 1 and 0 in programming, let's say. So we're searching for text, but you're seeing here videos. So that's why it's so quick. Now you see I choose human, and it's only showing human who crossed that line, skipping all others like animals, cars, and all others. Okay, now I need, for example, to search for a certain color of car. So I choose this color, I click search, and the system will show you only red cars, for example. Okay, let's move forward. Offline analytics. So if you have a camera system and the camera system doesn't have Axon yet, but incident happened. So what you can do, you can actually export these videos, bring it back to the server with Axon Next, and you can still do all these analytics, face search, number plate search, forensic search, even 1 month ago when Axon wasn't even installed there. That's also a very powerful feature that's been designed like in the beginning for police. Now a lot of other clients search it. I'm gonna skip this one just to letting you know that we have a different search options like search by alarms, search by bookmarks, search by different time intervals. Okay, system integrity check. So we do a lot in order to improve our, cybersecurity. We understand that there are a lot of problems nowadays with that, and we try and every single release we're trying to add some new features. Here you can see that when you start servers and clients in Axon Next, it automatically checks the digital signature for all the executable files. So if all files in the place and match their signature, the system integrity check successful. Otherwise, these files infected with viruses, or someone will change them, replace them, then you will get an error message like you see here, system integrity failed. So then you can have some actions like show warning to administrator, to some other user, block users without different rights, for example, or stop some services which not allowing you, like some antiviruses sometimes can block software, but they can block anything. Sometimes you open some little game and it's going to block it because it says it's some virus there. So the other thing, what we can do here is that each user related event include the user's IP address, so you can block some IP addresses as well. You can ban them for some times with some, for example, someone failed to log in. There are a lot of attempts, so you can block him, for example. You can set up here the password, expiry date. You can store password history. You can prevent multiple simultaneous sessions, for example. So all of this is for security. And another big thing here is our supports of RTSPS. So basically, a secure camera connection safeguard the data transmitted from the camera to the server. This can be used with cameras that support encrypted video streaming. So basically saying Axon encrypted video streams, you receive it from the cameras, it supports RTSP protocol, and then RTSPS, HTTPS for on-VIF compliant devices. So basically saying encryption is supported, TLS encryption is supported. So your video streaming, like let's say in a simple language, your video stream is safe and secure. Privacy. Nowadays, we are paying a big attention to privacy security. So as you see here in the archive, you can mask someone's face. For example, the crime incident happens and someone is coming and say, I don't want my face to be in your archive, for example, and your current camera system have to be able to do it. If you bring that video to the court, police or something, and someone don't want to be on that video, you can always mask it. Here we mask the car, here we mask some building, for example, and you don't have to remove the video because of his request. You can leave the video on, but as you see, the car will be masked. So it's also quite a nice feature. Okay, cloud managed VMS. As you understand, nowadays cloud is very important, and you don't really everywhere have like a VPN connection between all your sites, but you always need to check your system. You need to see the notifications, you need to see cameras. So basically saying Axon Net Cloud allows you to monitor your cameras without having any sort of connection between them, between your workstation and your server. So here you see I'm using an email address. I log in using my mobile app, and I can see all the cameras using just a normal internet connection. And we're adding many features to that cloud, like analytics, different reports, and many other things. Point of sale supervision, also one of my favorite features is the retail solutions. So one of them is point of sale transaction search. So basically in Axon, you can connect most of the point of sale terminals and you can see the video. And on the left, you can see the transaction. Every time this woman scans something, you can see the transaction on the left. So she scanned a burger with ham. You've got a quantity, you've got a price, you've got a total amount, cash, change. Okay, now this man is coming there and he's okay, this woman didn't give me a beer or didn't give me a burger. So in normal camera system, you go to archive and you search for 24 hours. When was this guy? Okay, it takes you hours. Now what you can do here, you go to text search, you click your beer, and you see all the videos when the beer was sold. Together with all other transactions, with all other items, you can see the change, you can see the full receipt, you can see how much money been taken, see how much change been given, and you can also verify it on the video. So you, instead of wasting hours of searching, you can do it in seconds. Okay, by the way, here we have another one, queue management, which is also included in our basic Axon Next Universe license. As you remember, some of you guys remember, in our ECM platform, we had these features, but it's been extra add on. So we decided that retail, specifically queue management, heat map, people count, they must be added in our basic Axon Next universe, so you don't have to pay for it extra. So here you see queue detection. You set up maximum allowed number of people in the queue. If it's exceed, you get a notification. Please open next till, because this till is overloaded. As I always say, when I go to the shops in Africa, and you've got one till open, and then you've got another 15 but they closed, and the people are standing there like hundreds of people, and there is nothing. They're just standing. Here you can set up analytics like that, which will automatically inform someone, a management, that there are too many people in the queue. People counting. Also, you don't need a specific equipment. Any camera you place it on top, and it automatically calculates people in, people out. And you see the statistic of entrance and exit. How it can help you nowadays, remember we have COVID all over, and there are some limitations of occupancy, number of people can be in the shop. So that's how you can nicely see the occupancy, instead of counting every single person coming in the shop, like I always see. Age and gender, also quite interesting feature, what you can use for, not just for security, but for marketing, for your promotion, for your sales as well. Heat map, also quite interesting feature. Again, it's included in our basic Axon Universe license. You can see the red ones, that means the most popular area of the shop. The blue ones means these areas are not so popular. Also, you can use it to put all your sales, hot offers, expiring items maybe to that specific busy area, let's say. Okay, and here we have also a very nice online reports where you can see age groups, where you can see visitors by hour. You can edit as you want. You can choose different colors. You can choose different graphs. You asked it, you got it. Mobile clients, also our team trying hard every single week in order to add some new features to the mobile app. And you can see here now you can view the cameras on the map. You can do face search. You can do many things. You can see the alarms as well. Every week they're adding something new. Okay, archive replication here. When you have, and you know, you have quite a lot of problems with power, and one system, one server can be, for example, failed or down, or something can happen with it. But if you have a replication feature, you're not losing your videos. It's automatically replicated to another server, so you can use the videos still. Another one, in the case of when you have a problem with server, is a failover. When one of your main server is down, the cameras are still recording on your failover server, and you're not losing your videos. External system integration. It's the first step to do a full access control and file alarms in our VMS. So basically saying, VMS can receive events from different external devices and systems. Cache register, access controls, different third parties, different file alarms, for example. As an example here for the integration, you see you can restrict access to someone. You can search by item. So let's say you're looking for Alex and you see, okay, Alex is here and he entered the place at 10 o'clock in the morning. So for example, that's the first step. Our team is our developers are busy to add more features to access control, to make it fully supported access control with different interfaces, with different functionalities, with importing, exporting of databases of faces. That's what we're busy with. Hopefully before end of this year, we're gonna have it. Macros, programming, in other words. So you can customize event response scenarios with different macros. So you see it supports a flexible configurator. So let's say if alarm triggered, what must happen? Play audio, stop playing it in 10 seconds, send an email, play audio on the client PC, play audio on the server PC, like as many action as you want. As you see here, example of fire, email has been sent straight away to like certain number of people you're going to choose. All right. Pandemic control solutions. You see nowadays, a lot of actually our partners, a lot of clients say we have problems, they're not buying, or we don't have budgets for security because of pandemic. But I think right now, you need it more than anywhere, anywhere ever, because right now you need to detect people with high temperature. You need to, have social distancing features, who is violating it. You need to have face mask presence or absence. So all of this is required some nice analytics. As you see here, we've integrated quite a few cameras with thermal sensors. And when guy was detected and his temperature exceed certain number, we got an alarm. So body temperature detected. Got an alarm. Here you've got a social distance violation. Also you got an alarm. Snapshot sent. Here you've got a guy wearing masks, and here the guy who is not wearing mask, and it detects him and it triggers an alarm. I'm not going to explain how you can use it. You know it better than me. AI behavioral analytics. As you see here, you can set it up as you wish. Here, for example, we detect man down detection. So it's not allowed to lie in that area. ATM tampering. So you can only stand in front of ATM. You cannot sit. Because if you sit, you open it or something, triggers an alarm. Raised arms detection. Pointing gun detection. Prevent crime. Do not, try to do something after crime happened. Here also, why these people are standing so close to that guy doing something with MTN? They can't. So the system triggers an alarm here. So we count people, it's 3 people or 4 people, allowed number exceed. Okay, you see this guy, he's not holding that handrail. He must, but he's not. We trigger an alarm as well. As you see here everything can be done up to imagination. What do you need at your specific site? AI human detection. As you know, your normal camera system and your normal software system generates hundreds of false alarms, and people in the control room, they're getting millions of them. In order to reduce number of them, you can use our AI feature. As you see here on the right, the system with AI only detects human. The system on the left without AI, it's standard motion detection. It detects everything. Shadows, little cats, little mouse, trees, everything. That's how you can skip hundreds of false alarms. Here you can see also a lot of movements, but the system only detects human. This is we're proud of that video that happened in Africa, that we also sometimes help to save animals. In this specific video, you see the potential rhino poachers who are taking pictures of the rhinos, and you see the system detect them, but you see rhinos are also moving, but the system is not detecting them. We activate external siren, and the guys start running. Another one in Africa, one of the lions park, you see the people, you see car. Actually, look at the background. You see that lights from the car. I wouldn't find a lot of software solutions, to tell you the truth, who will be able to detect this guy and in the same picture do not detect these lights from the car. I would not find so. Another one, the thermal camera. Like a lot of people asking, can you do AI on thermal camera, thermal view? Yes, you can. As you see here, we only detect human and we're not detecting anything else. Okay. AI object detection, counting. So factories, you need to count a barrel, for example, you need to count pellets, you need to count something else, can be done. Here, as I showed previously, people counting with a normal average camera. Using AI, it makes it even more accurate. And even you can put on top of their head, you can put a number even, and you can visually nicely see the occupancy. How many people in, how many people out, maximum number of visitors allowed, boom, it's 50, triggers an alarm, for example. Leave. He left. Okay, now it's fine. Okay, AI object detection. Here you see parking control time, also quite interesting feature with AI. So if some guy, his parking time limit exceed, it triggers an alarm. Here you can see that wheel set. The person is moving, it's 1, then it's 2, then it's 3, and then at the end of the day you can see how many of them passed, because a lot of people, they losing something. It cannot be just a wheel set, it can be some box or something else. To answer your questions, maybe you're going to ask how we can do it, what do you need for this and stuff like that. First of all, inquire, ask, can we do it? This is the video, this is the camera view. We will tell you, okay, maybe you can do it, but you need to move camera a little bit further, you need to move a little bit closer. If we say so, okay, you do it, then we're going to ask you for some videos to be exported and to send to us. We basically collect those videos, we send it to our developers. Our developers do machine learning, and in some time they've given us some neural network filter back. We put it in our software, and it basically gives you like less false alarms. We generate a little bit more videos, it gives us improvement. So that's how it basically works with, let's say, all AI development, all AI machine learning. Real world traffic statistic collection. So how many wagons passed, for example, the system counts them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, at the end of the day, you can see how many of them passed through. 12, 13, 14. So you're not going to lose one of them or two. Mines, imagine how many, these coal mines, all of them, they do it on everyday basis. Okay, here, animal count for farmers. You can also count how many animals came in, came out, missing something, some of them. Okay. AI protected their use control. So let's say in certain area, it's mandatory to wear protection equipment. So head that, for example, or high vest. So how we can do it? Again, we teach the system, we got some videos and we say, okay, this one is wearing, this one is not wearing. Then we use this neural network filter. And now when guy is coming without helmet, the system triggers an alarm. Guy without helmet. Now this guy without high vest, it triggers an alarm. Without high vest, it send email again, send some sound, triggers an alarm, and any action you're going to choose. Another one is AI fire and smoke detection. By the way, this one is also included in our basic Axon Next Universe license. Here you see the smoke on a farm or forest, and the system detected, alarm triggered. Smoke detected. This video is, I think, up to like 30-20 miles away, basically. You set it up, okay, suspicious or positive alarm. Okay. Another like thing what you have to look at, our system health check-in service. So it tests operability of Axon Next component and launches specified action in case of emergency. So look at the examples on the left. So it's example of different failures and corresponding actions in the table. So aside from the list failures, the service detects internal errors of Axon Next software and performs different required actions for each case. System updates also been requested by a lot of people. So our VMS update features aim to keep your system always up to date, and you can see that if the versions of the software they not match, so one, for example, updated, one is not, so it triggers an alarm for you, and you click OK update, and it will automatically update this client. So you can also apply automatic client updating. Okay. Product editions, product versions. So let me tell you something. In Africa, 99% of all sites we're running on Axon Next Universe. So I'm going to talk about it right now. So in Axon Next Universe, we have most of the features I've showed: moment quest, face search, face mask detection, LPR search, NPR search, tag and track, AI, fire, retail pack, all of this. So let's say this can cover 95% of your project. Promise you, from my experience. Some of the clients, they might ask something extra, like point of sale or access control, face positive negative list, LPR positive negative list, behavioral or water level detection. So that will be add-on. But basically saying, again, 99% of all your clients can be, or your sites can be covered by that Axon Next Universe. Some additional functionality we've got is the Linux server support, UDP, unicast, multicast support, all on VF profiles as well. Okay, from Axon Next, that's all. Now I want to show you a few features of Axon Intellect. If you are interested in Axon Intellect, in our PSIM platform, please write on the chat while I'm giving you a little bit overview, let's say highlights. If you're interested, just send plus. If you are, then we will arrange a separate webinar as well for Axon Intellect, our PSIM platform. If you didn't send plus, I'm gonna show you some highlights, and I'm sure you're gonna send this plus now. Okay, we've added video wall feature in our PSIM. Hasn't been there before. Now you see it very powerful and user-friendly as well. You can have a different AI as well in our Intellect. For example, here you see movement against the crowd. Integration with third parties. As you know, the strongest feature of Axon Intellect is that it can integrate anything. So you've got time and attendance, you've got different systems, BMSs, parking systems, input, output, and it can bring all of this into one interface, into your Axon Intellect PSIM. SIP server. Also, we can do and integrate and connect intercom devices right now. Access manager. As you see on Intellect, it's a little bit more powerful, I would say, right now. You can control different movements. You can import, export databases from different third parties as well. You have a time and attendance here as well, with nice reports of name of the people, what time he came into work, what time he left, what time was his break. Then you can nicely see how many hours he worked per month, per week, how many absences, how many delays, and all of this is also here. Web reports are also very, very powerful here as well. As you can see, you can almost see anything, and it's very adjustable because Axon Intellect allows to use scripting. So you can write a little script. Anton will not let me lie. You can write a little script and you can adjust anything you want. And then you have a traffic statistics collection and web reports here to see the traffic, total number of vehicles, movement towards the camera, medium vehicles, small vehicles, large vehicle, and all these kind of statistical reports here. Here you also have a traffic violation detections, speeding, running a red light, crossing stop line, crosswalk, illegal parking. All of this is here. Boom. Now we have vehicle type detection as well. But I'm not going to show it to you now because you're not going to join next Intellect presentation. So you're not going to see it now. See you soon. Then you have railroads number plate detection as well. So you can see nicely the painting of the number, and it can also detect it. Contain and number recognition as well. Suspicious transaction report, also quite powerful feature. So receipt cancellation without the store manager, item cancellation or receipt while adding further items, different double scannings and others. Also on Intellect, you have a nice system monitoring module, which allows you to nicely visually see if one server is down, if something happened with it, if something is wrong in your big monitoring centers, for example. And another one is ATM integration. So on Intellect, you can also use end-to-end ATM integration. You can get the videos, you can link them to the receipt, you can get some alarms from ATM sensors, you can get some integration with ATM software as well. So give you an example, someone is coming to the bank and say, okay, someone stole $100 from my bank card. So what you normally do is, okay, let's do some research, let's go to the camera, blah, blah, blah. But now what you can do, you can type the card number, for example, and it will automatically show you the transaction on the video, plus it will show you video plus the transaction. So you can nicely see who actually took the money from the card. Thank you very much. Hope it was interesting. If you have any questions, please let me know. As I said, if we have inquiries, we're going to run our Intellect presentation soon as well. And again, I think after the chat, you will get our, if you don't, you will get our email addresses as well. We will get your email addresses as well. You're going to get the email, welcoming email. If you have any questions, if you have any inquiries or any projects you want to discuss, hardware calculations, software calculations, let us know. We will help you with anything. And again, thank you very much for your attention.
Astamir, thank you very, very much for that presentation.